What up? T-Bob here.
And Jake as well.
And look at you. You done stumbled upon little OTB Saints, where we bring you all the latest black and gold coverage.
Who are the Saints going to draft? Who's going to be their quarterback? What does the salary cap look like? All that information and more.
Hope you enjoy it. Like, subscribe. The Super Bowl odds are out for 2026. And how about it? Black and gold to the Super Bowl? Well, seems like the oracles out west don't have a lot of belief. As right now, in a world where the Cleveland Browns exist and Myles Garrett's trying to get traded and Deshaun Watson has a torn Achilles and probably misses all of next year, it is the New Orleans Saints who have the single worst odds to win the Super Bowl next year at an incredible plus 15,000. Plus 15,000. What were the Leicester City odds when they won the Premier League?
It was somewhere in there. I think it was 20.
Let's see. Because, wow. Okay. Leicester City was 5,000 to 1.
Okay.
So the Saints odds are triple that of when Leicester City won the Premier League. So the point of that is, guys, if they could do it, you know, crazier things have happened, okay? Or actually, I guess not. I guess this would be crazier than that. Wait, no. Yep. So I guess that point kind of rings hollow because if they could do it, well, they actually have better odds. But the point is, guys, that was pretty crazy. And this could be pretty crazy as well for you. So what you let me think about
I'll
this.
put $5 on it.
Let me think about this. Yeah. So how much would $10 pay? Why is my brain not working? If it's plus 100, you're just gonna double, right? How much would plus 15,000 pay? I don't know. My brain's not working. I can't even do it right now. But the New Orleans Saints, even the Carolina Panthers, are plus 12,500. Falcons plus 6,000. Bucks plus 4,000. Saints plus 15,000. Guys, it's time to put all of us to put money on it and create that positive energy and momentum to make it
You'd win
to make him
$1,500.
really. You'd win $1,500 on a $10 bet.
$10.
Bro, worth. Absolutely worth, dude.
I agree.
Absolutely worth.
Do it.
Now I would not go to 100, even though you'd win obviously 15,000 at that point. Joe LeBlanc will cash out after the first win or two.
Yeah.
I mean, think about it. If you did it this last year, you probably could have gotten an okay cash out after the 2-0 start. Remember that 2-0 start? My God.
Remember who was against?
What a long time.
The two teams you actually beat wound up being very bad. So
who's the first one?
It was Panthers and Cowboys back to back.
I remember it was Cowboys. I knew that. God, those were heady times. Those were heady times, dude. You know, I mean, we're coming in here black and gold to the Super Bowl. We're spitting the Carfax out.
I don't think Tay-Tay and I ever really were fully bought in on the Saints.
And you're proud of that?
Yeah.
You're proud of your cynicism and your negativity?
Yeah.
You're proud of your pessimism?
Yes.
Good, because you caused the collapse then.
Yes, because I actually feel pretty good about Kellen Moore being the next head coach. So if I feel good about it, then
I mean,
what
true.
we had
to get DA out of here.
What I don't feel good about is Derek Carr still being the quarterback. That's what I don't feel good about. And yes, we absolutely had to get Dennis Allen out of here, and he should have been out of here. He should have never been the head coach.
I'll tell you what I'm going to be interested to see. If Kellen Moore ultimately is named head coach, did these odds change just a tad? Because look at the Carolina Panthers, okay? They have Dave Canales, and we were talking about this a couple weeks ago after he benched Bryce Young and brought him back. I just checked to make sure I was right about this. 7 touchdowns, no picks in the last 3 games of the season for Bryce Young. Was he great? No, it was like 15 touchdowns, 9 picks throughout the year. But he ended on a 7-0 run.
No, he did good. He did good at the end.
Look where Dave Canales was. He was at Seattle. He helped turn around Geno Smith's career. What happens there? He goes to the Bucs. He helps turn around Baker Mayfield's career. Then he takes the job with the Panthers. He turns Bryce Young around. I mean, I know we talk about, oh, Sean Payton and this guy and this guy. I mean, Dave Canales is as good of a quarterback coach as there is in the NFL. If you can bring in a Kellen Moore and a Doug Nussmeier, can you get anything out of some of these young guys?
The only thing that worries me about Kellen Moore is no fault of Kellen Moore's, because he did a fantastic job walking into an uber toxic situation in Philly, keeping everybody happy, navigating, threading the needle, and then finding a way to win the Super Bowl. However, in a really good Super Bowl game plan. However, the Philly roster is probably one of the most well-constructed rosters in NFL history. I mean, on both sides of the ball, but if you just look offensively, a massive offensive line featuring all pros and Lane Johnson, and then like Jordan Mailata on the other side. I mean, just absolute dogs. The best running back in the league in Saquon Barkley. A quarterback in the lead in Jalen Hurts, who is maybe not he's not the most proficient passer, but intangibles, he's top of the league. Tier 1 intangibles, tier 1 running ability, tier 1 size, durability. You got one of the greatest short yardage plays of all time. You got an all-pro receiver in A.J. Brown, and then you got Devontae Smith. So again, Kellen Moore did a really good job of managing all of that and pulling it out from its death spiral and getting good things out of it. But my God, the comparison, it's what we talked about yesterday, the comparison between the two rosters is drastic. It's going to be like living in a first world country, and then all of a sudden you move to a third world country, like in NFL terms. So I don't. You asked me what can you do with these quarterbacks? I don't know. I don't.
Well, to your point, this is a closer roster than what he had with the Chargers, unfortunately, where it didn't go well. Now, he wasn't running the show there, right? That was Brandon Staley. We just talked about it. Kellen Moore, a lot more experience now than he had with the Chargers. But, I mean, to your point, maybe the worst quarterback he's had, because we talked about it yesterday. He's had success with 3 very different quarterbacks. It was also Dak Prescott, Justin Herbert, and Jalen Hurts.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not crazy about Dak Prescott. We know that. He's probably better than Derek Carr. And then he had better weapons there. Even with the Chargers, I mean, he had Herbert, he had Austin Eckler. I mean, he had competent players.
Yeah. He had Herbert, which, is still one of the better quarterbacks in the league, I'd say. But good luck to Kellen Moore trying to make a meal out of these ingredients. Wow, just amazing black and gold takes right there, Jake.
I don't think I've ever heard any takes that are better than the two guys that just gave you that take.
And you can keep getting them by going ahead and liking, subscribing, ringing the bell to get notifications when we post. Have a great day. We'll see you on the next OTB Saints.